Hello guys, this is Dennis Kasungo, a 34-year-old serial killer who had killed 10 people because these 10 people infected him with AIDS. Out of these 10 people, 8 happens to be women who were sex workers or prostitutes, and 2 of them happens to be men. He killed these 10 people in his isolated house and dumped their body in a pit which he had dug in his kitchen. This all happened in Bozanza in Kicukiro district of Kigali, Rwanda. Guys, stay with me as I unveil deep truth on how he managed to lure these people inside his isolated apartment and strangle them to death, then dump their dead body in a pit which he had dug in his kitchen. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Please subscribe so that we can get up to 1,000 subscriptions, and do not forget to like. By that, this video can go viral. And also, do not forget to share with your family members and friends to create awareness about this true crime story. Now, guys, without further ado, let's get into this true crime story. Dennis Kasungo was a 34-year-old single man with no wife, no children. He lived his life just like that. According to Dennis Kasungo's neighbors, he was described by them as a very mysterious person, a person who does not even respond to greetings, who is always calm, does not talk, and always looks so serious. To them, they didn't find it normal coming from a 34-year-old man, that a 34-year-old man does not respond to their greetings, and he is always calm, reserved, and always looks so serious. According to the news report, he will always go out in local bars at Bozanza in Kicukiro district near Kigali, Rwanda, and drink bottles of beer and have fun, then return back home with a prostitute or a sex worker. Neighbors always said around 10 p.m. at night, they'll always see him returning back home with a sex worker. They will never see the sex worker leaving his isolated apartment house. One of his neighbors by name Irene Mukasina always said, times when 3 sex workers had left his house, run over to our own apartment screaming and asking for help me, please, someone help me. And she'll come out of her own house around 10 p.m. at night to help this person who is crying for help. And when she'll try to help this person, she'll always see Dennis Kasungo following this person behind. When Dennis Kasungo will see her, Dennis Kasungo will just return back to his house. She said during the first and second occurrence of this incident of sex workers leaving Dennis Kasungo's house, screaming for help, running towards her house, she had gone to the local chief of Bosanza village by name Mutwarasibu. And that each time she would give a complaint about Dennis Kasungo to Mutwarasibu, the local chief of the area, Mutwarasibu would say, it's just Dennis Kasungo quarreling with a sex worker. There is nothing there to eat. But to her, this wasn't normal. If a woman is crying or screaming for help because a man is attacking her or a man is trying to do something evil to her, no matter her profession, be her a sex worker or a street beggar, everyone has to come to her rescue and everyone has to hold that man accountable to give answers on reasons why these women have been coming out of his house, running to neighbors' house, screaming for help from that person. She said the last incident which she encountered, it was when Dennis Kasungo went out and came in back around 11:30 p.m. She said she saw Dennis Kasungo that night going inside his house with that prostitute because she came out that night to ease herself. After easing herself, she came back inside her house trying to sleep. 30 minutes after, she heard screams and cries of a woman crying so hard, screaming for people to help her. She immediately alerted other neighbors and they walked towards Dennis Kasungo's isolated house and started demanding for answers. What is going on in your house? Who is this person screaming and crying? Help, please, can someone please help me? Can someone please help me? Irene Mukasina, Dennis Kasungo's neighbor, furthermore said Dennis Kasungo came out of his house around 12 o'clock at night and was singing Swahili gospel songs. And the reason why he was singing Swahili gospel songs, it was because he was trying to distract them that he was serious praying and there was nothing going on in his house. But they persisted. They said they are not leaving, that there was a woman crying and screaming, someone please help me, someone please help me. Dennis Kasungo locked his door and told them to get out of his compound, but they didn't go. They took stones and threw on top of his zinc severally, and he came out and they told him that they are serious, that they want that woman home. He's trying to do whatever he's trying to do with that woman to leave because they have heard that woman crying so hard. And the woman started crying again, please someone help me, please someone help me, please someone help me. And immediately, Dennis Kasungo released this woman. And when this woman was released out of Dennis Kasungo's house, her face looked so bruised and her wrist looked so wounded, Meaning Janice Kasungu had tied her up on her wrist and she was trying to, untie the rope around her wrist. That got her wrist to be bruised. And also, Dennis Kasungu had been beating her so that she could stop making noises. So that is why her face was so bruised up. They immediately went to the police and reported the matter to the police. Now the police asked them to tell the local chief of their area to write a police report about Dennis Kasungu so that Dennis Kasungu can be arrested and taken into police custody for preliminary investigation to be carried on. But the local chief of the area said he isn't interested in the matter. So the women themselves, took back to themselves and decided that they're not going to pursue this case because the local chief himself is so reluctant to pursue a case against Dennis Kasungu. So it was on the 1st of August 2023 when Dennis Kasungu, according to the news report, he owed his landlord 7 months rent and he couldn't pay. His landlord gave him an eviction notice to leave his apartment house, but Dennis Kasungu refused. You know why? Because in that apartment, he had 10 dead bodies which he had buried in his kitchen. And these 10 dead bodies, like I said, 8 of them were sex workers and 2 were men. So his landlord immediately reported the matter to the police and told the police that he's got a tenant who does not want to leave his apartment house, and this tenant owes him 7 months rent. And the police came there forcefully trying to evict Dennis Kasungu, and Dennis Kasungu went down on his knees and started crying, "Please, I do not have money to pay the landlord. Let the landlord give me time." But the police said, "No, you owe the landlord 7 months rent and it's time for you to leave the landlord's apartment house." He told the police that he's going nowhere, and the police forcefully evicted him out of the apartment house. And as the landlord entered with his family members, as they were trying to put out his things, they looked inside the kitchen of the house. They saw a shallow grave there. And they were so in shock. Why should there be a hole dug inside the kitchen? What is going on here? And as they tried to investigate, they moved some of the ground in the dug pit and they saw dead bodies of people in this pit inside this kitchen of Dennis Kasungu. They immediately reported the matter to the police, and the police started looking for Dennis Kasungu, and they finally arrested Dennis Kasungu. When the police arrested him, he confessed that he killed these 10 people, and out of these 10 people, 8 were women, 2 were men, and the 8 women were sex workers. And the reason why he killed these 10 people was because these 10 people infected him with HIV. So he decided to go after them and to do away with them. So guys, what do you all think? I'd like to get your thoughts down in the comment section. What do you all think about this true crime story? Because this is crazy, like killing 10 people because they infected you with HIV. So you had to do away with them just like that. It's crazy. What is becoming of this world? And a serial killer does not know when to stop. They just keep on killing. Like, if he was not being evicted out of that apartment house because he owed 7 months rent, that means he would have kept on killing women, killing prostitutes, go out to the bars, drink, coming back, he brings a sex worker, kill them, then dump their body in this dog pit which he had dug inside his kitchen and just dump their bodies there. It's crazy, guys. This is so evil. How can someone be so cold? How can someone be so cold? Nobody infected him with HIV. He got infected with HIV, by his own volition because he wanted to have sex with the sex workers or people around without using condoms. That is why he got infected himself, with the HIV virus. No one told him. The sex workers didn't tell him do not use condom. Or the sex workers didn't tell him, no, we don't have AIDS, so you can have sex with us without condom. It's your responsibility to make sure you use condom, before having sex with any person whom is not close to you, like your wife. It's your responsibility. Love all but trust none. And no one is going to tell you that, before you want to lay in bed with them, I've got HIV/AIDS. No one is going to tell you that. It's up to you to just use your protection, the condom for protection. So this is crazy, guys. I'd like to get your thoughts down at the comment section of what you think. I believe this man should be given the death penalty because this is so evil. He said he killed these 10 people because these 10 people infected him with AIDS. Lies. He infected himself with HIV virus because he decided to have sex with these people without using condoms. If he would have used protection, he wouldn't have had the virus. So it is him having HIV AIDS is on his head. It's his responsibility. It is his problem. He looked for that for himself because he didn't use protection. And he has no reason or whatever to kill these people because according to him, they gave him AIDS. No, they didn't give you AIDS. You got AIDS yourself because if you had used protection, you wouldn't have had HIV AIDS. So guys, that is my thought on this. I'd like to get your thoughts down in the comment section of what you think.